My name is V Dinesh, and my topic is the concept of word formation and methods. And the subject is English. Word formation process is basically how new words are created and become part of the language. In linguistics, word formation is the creation of the new word. In other words, it refers to the ways in which new words are made on the basis of other words or morphemes. Derivation. In linguistics, derivation is the process of forming a new word on the basis of an existing word. For example, the word happiness and unhappy are derived from the word happy. Similarly, the word determination has been derived from determined. Derivation is the process of forming a new word by means of affixation. Prefix, infix, and suffix. Affixation. It is a word formation process where in an affix is attached to a root, also called stem, base, to form a new word. A root is a free morpheme, also called unbound morpheme, that can appear alone. On the other hand, an affix is a bound morpheme which never occurs by itself, but is always attached to some free morpheme and can be either inflectional or derivational. An inflectional affix modifies the form or grammatical category of a word, that is tense, person, number, gender, case, etc. For example, rat, rats. Contrariwise, a derivational affix modifies the parts of speech of the root while leaving the grammatical category unchanged. In this way, there is a change of meaning of the root. For example, writer. In English, there are two types of affixations. One is prefixation. In this morphological process, words are formed by adding an affix to the front of a root. This type of affix used in this process is refers to as prefix. For example, untidy, untidy. And another one is suffixation. In this morphological process, words are formed by adding an affix to the end of a root. The type of affix used in the process is referred to as suffix. For example, fearless, fearless, and back formation. Back formation is a morphological process in which new word is created by extracting affixes from another word. In this way, it is the reverse of affixation, in which affixes are added. Back formation is also different from clipping since it brings a change in the parts of speech or the word's meaning. For example, the noun insertion has been back formed into verb insert by removing the suffix ion. Clipping. As the name suggests, clipping is a word formation process in which a word is reduced to shorter form, with a sharp contrast to back formation. Clipping keeps the original word meaning intact. These words are very common in everyday speech. For instance, lab is lab is a clipper from a laboratory. There are four types of clippings. Back clipping, also called final clipping, apocope. It involves the truncation of end of a word as in ad from advertisement. And second one is fore clipping, also called initial clipping, apheresis. It is a removal of the beginning of a word as in a phone until phone. And third one is middle clipping, also medical clipping, medial clipping, synco. It is the extraction of the beginning and the end of a word, as in flu from influenza. Fourth one is complex clipping. Is complex clipping is removing multiple parts from the multiple words, as in cablegram from cable telegram. Borrowing. This refers to the words adapted from the other languages. There are two types of borrowings. Loan word. By this process, the word is borrowed from another language without translating into the target language. For example, the phrase "tour de force" is borrowed directly from the French, which means a masterly or brilliant feat. Loan translation, also known as calque. A morphological process where in a word a phrase from another language is borrowed by literally translating it into the targeted language. For example, the phrase point of view has been translated into English from the French phrase point de vue. Compounding. A compound is a lexeme, a word that consists of more than one other lexeme word. It is categorized into two ways. An endocentric compound consists of a head and modifier. For example, the English compound dogos, where house is the head and dog is a modifier, which shows that house is intended for a dog. Exocentric compounds do not have a head and their meaning often cannot be transparently guessed from its constituent parts. For example, the English compound white collar is neither a kind of collar nor a white team. Examples of compounding. One word is added to another word to form compound words. Atom bomb, waiting list, homework, low pay, dining room, etc. And blending. A blend is a word formed by joining parts of two words after clipping. For example, when parts of two separate words are combined to form a new word, it is blending. Telecast, television plus broadcast. Brunch, breakfast plus lunch. Smoke, smoke plus fog. Biopic, biography plus picture. Acronym. An acronym is a word made up from the first letter of the words that make up the name of something. For example, NASA. NASA is a name whose full form is National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Acronym. RADAR, Radio Detection and Ranging. Thank you everyone.